we just got word that Tyson Fury is confirming that he will be fighting Usyk on April 29th. This is so close. It blows my mind that the fight just got made, and I want to take the opportunity, first of all, to hopefully break this news to you, that this fight is confirmed. This is such an exciting bout between two undefeated heavyweight champions. Amazing. But I also wanted to take a moment and talk to you about my thoughts on this fight and why it excites me more than pretty much any heavyweight fight that has happened as long as I've been alive. So I have been watching from afar, obviously just like everybody else, seeing if this fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk is actually going to happen, and it keeps looking, it was getting delayed and delayed, and like everybody else, all the boxing fans, fight fans in the world, I just kind of start rolling my eyes like, yeah, this isn't gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, a couple days ago, I started hearing these rumors just sort of coming down saying that they might fight on the 29th, and I was going, no, that can't happen. It's just too close. We're talking at this point like a 6-week training camp. There's no way this fight is gonna happen. And Usyk was saying, you know, you have to sign now, otherwise we're not gonna split the purse. 70-30 in favor of Tyson Fury. Usyk must really want this fight to happen to take that split, because normally boxers do not like taking less than they're worth. They will fight and fight and fight to get the right amount of money. But Tyson Fury, he just got on Twitter.
Tomorrow I'm going to knuckle down into training camp.
Couldn't tell if he was in the bathroom, towels behind him. He's holding the camera and he's telling everybody that he's about to go into a social media blackout, as he always does pre-fight.
And I'll be doing a blackout as I always do on social media.
His trainer has flown over and they've started camp.
Tune in, or be there or be square. This is the biggest event in British boxing history. The fight of the century, 2 undefeated world heavyweight champions.
It's happening, apparently.
Peace out. Good training to Usyk. May the best man win. Get up!
So I want to talk about why I am so excited about this fight, because obviously we have guys like Anthony Joshua from England, who was an amazing boxer, or is an amazing boxer. We have Deontay Wilder, who has probably some of the hardest hands in boxing, who fought Tyson Fury three times now, I think, and laid him out with that massive cross. And then Tyson Fury almost zombie stood up and continued. We have some amazing people, but why in particular is this fight the one that is exciting me more than any other heavyweight title fight that I've really ever seen, ever been able to watch and view? Let's talk about that right now. Tyson Fury, he's been on a tear. You know, Deontay Wilder was looking super scary there for a long time. He was knocking everybody out. He just touch them and they drop. And then comes along Tyson Fury, who just doesn't look like that scary a dude. I mean, he's got the belly, he's kind of, you know, roly-poly looking, and out of nowhere, he comes and he shows that he is the best heavyweight boxer in the world. Then we have Usyk, who has been undefeated at a lower weight class for a long time, just a magician at angling off, always moving, catching these amazing opportunities from the motion he creates, and very similar to Lomachenko. And they're both from Ukraine. So what we have here in this fight, in my opinion, is one of the tallest, largest heavyweights ever with skills in Tyson Fury. And then we have Alexander Usyk, I believe from a southpaw stance, who is one of the most evasive fighters and the most slippery characters in boxing. But he's not light. He's not a tiny dude. We're still talking about somebody who is a heavyweight, granted a smaller heavyweight when we look at somebody like Tyson Fury, who is just so big. But what I am super interested to see, the reason I am so excited about this fight, is we're going to see if Usyk's skills, his skill set, that skill set which is very similar or reminiscent of Lomachenko, if it's going to hold up against somebody so much bigger with skill sets of their own. I'm so excited about this fight. And many people on the channel, if you already know me, you know that I'm a kickboxer. All these belts, kickboxing. I don't do a whole lot of boxing in terms of fighting. Obviously, you guys know that I love throwing my hands in my kickboxing fights, and a big part of me developing my hands was going to boxing gyms and just doing strict boxing with competitors from that fight sport. Not people from my fight sport, people who just do hands. So I obviously love it. I love the sport. I love watching people like Canelo. I love watching people like Pacquiao and Mayweather. These fights, which are just phenomenal, the build-up, all of it excites me so much. But this heavyweight fight, I think it's something special. And it's extra intriguing in the sense that they have this tiny 6-week training camp. Now, either these guys have already been knowing that the fight is going to happen and they've already been training, or last minute, they're just gonna put it all together. But to me, 6 weeks is very, very short. You have to do ticket sales, you have to promote the fight, you have to make sure you're ready and you've trained hard enough for that fight. So I don't doubt that Usyk has been training very hard and he'll be ready. Tyson Fury, if he's just jumping into camp legitimately right now and hasn't done anything else, this is very short. Myself, I like 10-week training camps. Many boxers will do a full 12 weeks. They'll do 3 months of training to prep up. And I think this is something you guys should mark your calendar for in April. April is a very exciting month for fights. Let's go through the massive competitions, events that are happening so far. Just off the top of my head, we have Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya, number 2 in the UFC cage, actually number 4, because I've already had 2 kickboxing fights previously. Now, this fight is so amazing because, again, we're looking at 2 guys with massively different skill sets. We have Adesanya, who is just technically so proficient, very evasive, very slippery, clean fighter. And then we have Alex Pereira, who's just a beast. He's so much bigger than Adesanya. Adesanya outskills him 100%, but all Pereira has to do is land a shot and boom, it's done. Then, moving on in April, we have a title fight I'm so excited about. April is just gonna be amazing. I'm gonna be in training camp for my upcoming fight, but I'm still gonna be watching these. We have Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. This again, we have a very tall, lanky Garcia and a very short Davis. One guy incredibly fast, one guy who hits incredibly hard. And then at the end of the month, the fight we're talking about, we have Fury versus Usyk. All of these fights, I like them so much because we have opponents who have different body types, different skill sets, and we get to see if the smaller person can use their skills in a way which is going to allow them to become victorious over somebody who is bigger or hits a lot harder, something like that. It's very, very interesting. All of these fights, April, it's going to be incredible for fight fans. Anyway, this news about Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, I hope you heard it here first, and hopefully over the next few days we'll hear more and more about this promotion and everything that's going to happen. You can mark your calendars, go, yes, 100%, I'm going to watch that fight. That is a great event, and just want to be a part of it, even if it's on the opposite side of the world and we're watching from afar. If you guys appreciate this video and this news, please give the video a like. If you haven't already, join the channel, get subscribed. As always, train hard, and I will see you back here soon for another episode.